Hi everyone, thanks so much for checking out this video today. My name is Chris, and today I'm going to be talking about the Line 6 HX Stomp and why I got it. So if you guys like that quick little excerpt, that's going to be the next song on my next Celestial Frame album. If you like that style of music, feel free to check out my debut album that I made back in 2018 called The Heavens Proclaim. Check that out everywhere online music is. And today I'm going to be talking about the HX Stomp and kind of how I use it. So my main guitar rig, anytime I come down to my home studio, is plugging straight into my Fractal Axe-Fx 3. That is a high-end, really nice audio unit, so I use it for everything. Amp models, all my effects, all that kind of stuff. And then my other guitar rig is that whenever I don't want to play with any of this digital stuff, I just plug straight into my Mesa Badlander amp, and it sounds fantastic. That is a great amp. If you guys want to see a review of that too, let me know. And if you want to see more in-depth videos of the HX Stomp, let me know too. But today, I'm going to talk about how I use it, because you're probably wondering, well, if you have all that gear, why would you get an HX Stomp? And so the real way that I went and I got into it was that I got that Badlander, and the first question I had was, okay, well, this sounds great, but I need delay, reverb, and a tube screamer, because that really makes up my guitar tone, is just a tube screamer into a high gain amp and then reverb and delay. So at first I got an HX Effects, and that was a fantastic effects unit. The HX Effects basically just doesn't have any of the amp modeling, and it is more geared to live on your pedal board than anything else. So I bought the HX Effects to use with my Mesa Badlander. And the truth is that most of the time whenever I play guitar, I literally just plug straight into my Axe-Fx here in my home studio. But I started to get some different needs. So my Mesa Badlander, I needed those extra effects to plug into there. So the HX Effects was working pretty good, and I was enjoying it. But the only problem is that I didn't play, and I still don't really play my tube amp rig that often. So I didn't really use it that often, because it was just the HX Effects sitting on the floor and my Badlander amp just sitting there. And then I'm always just plugging into my Axe-Fx. So then I also got the idea to create kind of like a mobile recording rig, because I love guitar so much. I love recording stuff, writing music. I also just love playing guitar. So if I go home back to my family's house in Pittsburgh, or I go on vacation, I want to be able to play guitar. And so I got a MacBook Pro, and I got an RME Babyface. Again, great audio interface, and I was using the Neural DSP plugin. I have the Plenty one. It sounds fantastic. But I kind of learned over the course of time that I don't really like that workflow. I actually am pretty much just solely playing guitar whenever I have that mobile recording rig. And then on top of that, I wasn't really using my HX Effects. So because I barely play this tube amp rig, I'm just always playing my Axe-Fx. So that's really where the transition came from the HX Effects to the HX Stomp. I traded with somebody, and I'm very happy I did, because now whenever I want to have that mobile recording rig or just practice my guitar playing, I can have the HX Stomp as my audio interface. So I can plug that directly into my MacBook Pro. I can work on new songs. I can practice my old songs that I've written, make sure my chops are kept up. And it's just a way better workflow for me having that as an audio interface. And then on top of that, it handles the rest of my effects that I need. So my tube screamer into the front of the amp, and it also does my reverbs and delays. So for me personally, I really think the HX Stomp fit a perfect little section in my needs. I needed something that was going to be really helpful for a mobile recording rig, and then I also needed it to be my effects for my tube amp. Now, your needs may vary, so really, this effects pedal can be used for anybody. The amp models are fantastic. All the effects sound really, really good. And now with a firmware update, it handles up to 8 different blocks. I think it's 8. Whenever it first came out, it was only 6, so it was very limited. But as long as you only need a few different amp model, or like one amp model with a couple of different effects here and there, this is a really great pedal. Now, if you need something that has a lot more capabilities, then you're probably going to want to get something like an HX. Well, actually, you probably want to get a full Helix, to be honest. I used to have the Helix and it was fantastic, but I was just running it a little bit too hard for the DSP for what I was trying to create, and that's why I moved over to the Fractal Axe FX. But then again, that was multiple years ago, and I really have gotten better with gear, and so I think I can be completely fine with an actual Helix floor. So that's kind of my story about that. But anyways, I love the HX Stomp, and I just love throwing it in my backpack with my MacBook Pro, and then I can practice new music and all that kind of stuff. So I hope this is helpful for you guys. I don't know if those would be some needs that you guys have that this can meet, but I really like this kind of approach to gear. You know, if you can get gear that can really help you in a couple of different applications, then it really proves to be worth its money. So I'm going to play another quick little sample from a song off that first album, and hopefully you guys will like it. And yeah, thanks so much for watching, guys. Like I said, if you want to watch more videos on the HX Stomp or the Axe FX or my Badlander or other gear that I have, feel free to let me know. I'd love to make those videos for you guys. And as you can tell, I really like Ibanez. This is just one of them. I like 7 strings as well. Got a few back there. Anyways, thanks so much for watching this, guys. And yeah, tell me what other kind of videos you'd like to see me make. I'd love to do that for you guys. So let's hop in here and check out another little sample of the tone. And thanks so much for watching, guys.